There's something I've been realizing lately. I think my whole life I've always been performing, not just on a stage, but in life. I've always been really good at becoming the version of myself that I thought other people wanted, and somewhere along the way, I forgot who Irving actually was. And what's funny is that this video isn't about becoming a father, it's about becoming someone new. Hey, I'm Irving. Years ago, I became the first content creator in the color guard community, making videos that eventually reached millions of people. After that chapter ended, I built a career in entertainment marketing. But through all those different versions of my life, there was always one thing I loved more than anything else: creating. Lately, I've been trying to become the best version of myself for my wife, for my family, and now for my son. I'm really glad you're here. I'm 36 years old now, and it feels like I've lived many different lives. There was the marching band kid, there was punk rock Irving, then the Patricia meme guy, then the guy who convinced himself maybe it was time to grow up, get the corporate job, build a career, be responsible. Every chapter taught me something, but every chapter was an identity that I felt I needed to protect. Like, I felt like my value came from my performance to everyone. And when punk rock Irving started to really gain traction and start to blow up, I loved every second of it. It was creative, it was something new. But if I'm honest, hear my baby crying in the background. But if I'm honest, there came a point where I was creating because But if I'm honest, there came a point where I wasn't creating because I loved it anymore. I was creating because I felt like I had to keep being that person that everyone wanted me to be. Eventually, it stopped feeling like me. So I walked away, and for the next 5 years, I kept asking myself one question: who am I if I'm not punk rock Irving? I tried becoming corporate Irving. I even became car guy Irving, and I've genuinely enjoyed those chapters. But if I'm being honest, I never wanted to be known for one niche. I just wanted to create and maybe be brave enough to just know that being Irving was enough and I didn't have to be a character on social media. So coming back to making content, I just realized that I don't want to live the corporate life. And I realized that I still have this channel, I still have a following. I really just want to have a creative space and be here making content for you. Punk rock Irving was a person that did color guard, but the channel is still mine. This profile is still mine. I still have followers that will care if I come back and will watch my content no matter what I do. And you all reassured me of that. And there's gonna be some people that unfollow me. And when I came back, that definitely happened. So either way, I'm in a place where I have nothing to lose and all to gain. Why don't I try to stop being somebody else and really give it a shot to be me? The thought of that honestly terrifies me, because if people reject it, they're not rejecting the character, they're rejecting me, the actual person, the vulnerable person on here. But look, something happened. I posted my return video, spoke from an honest point of view, and many of you shared your stories, became vulnerable with me, and wanted to continue this journey. It wasn't because I was trying to chase an algorithm. I just found myself wanting to be creatively honest. And for the first time, I felt like I wasn't hiding anymore. Everything that's happened now is just this accumulation of decisions. Back in 2024, my wife and I went to the Philippines for our honeymoon. We were having the best time. There was this one moment where we were on a beach in Palawan, in this beautiful beach town called Nido. I was in this very life meditative state of just looking and reflecting of what I want within our relationship in the future. And I just kind of made this like realization and told my wife, hey, I want to quit drinking. I want to quit smoking. I want to live a healthier lifestyle, and I want to start a family with you. And she said, okay, I'd only do this with you. From then on, I put out this message out into the universe of what I was looking for, and it rewarded me. And look, I won't dive too deeply into my sobriety because I think that deserves its own video. After I stopped with my vices, I started becoming more confident. I started making better decisions. We ended up buying our first home. We became pregnant, and I was starting to work out more. I came back to creating, and looking back, I almost feel like life was just preparing me for my baby Roman. And now he's here, and I've barely slept this week. It's been a wild ride. I'm just so grateful that he's here and he's safe and he's healthy and he's in our arms. And although, you know, the house is a mess and we barely know what we're doing, I've never felt more like myself. You know, everyone spends so much time thinking about the end of life. But in the hospital, seeing Roman being born, I truly witnessed the start of life. And it changed my perspective completely. We're always thinking, are we doing enough? Are we becoming enough? And worrying and thinking about the future. And then suddenly I just see the beginning of life. And I think holding Roman for the first time, I wasn't just looking at my son. I was looking at possibility, at every experience he'll have, every mistake, every friendship, every heartbreak, every dream, every version of the man he'll someday become. And then something else hit me. Maybe that's true for me too. Maybe I haven't missed the chance to become who I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm still becoming him. For so much of my life, I wanted people to approve of me. I wanted validation. I wanted to know that I mattered. But holding my son, something truly changed inside of me. Because I realized he doesn't need me to be impressive. He doesn't need me to be famous. He doesn't need me to perform. He just needs me to be his dad. He deserves to know the real version of me. Someone who loves deeply, someone who's imperfect, someone who's still learning, someone who isn't afraid to admit he doesn't have all the answers. And most importantly, I want him to learn that he never has to perform to receive love from someone else. I don't want him to wear the mask that I wore for so many years. And maybe that's what this whole life journey has been teaching me. Maybe life isn't about finding one identity that lasts forever. Maybe it's about allowing yourself to keep becoming without shame, without fear, without believing every chapter has to define the rest of your life. Because none of us know when the final chapter will be written. Until then, we get to keep growing, we get to keep changing, we get to become. Maybe one day Roman will watch these videos and probably think that I talk too much, or think I have to cut my hair, or I don't know. But I hope that when he watches them, he sees his father being able to become and be the person and the man he was meant to be. And look, guys, I don't know where this channel is going, but I do know where I'm going now. And that is to keep creating and love my family and try to provide for them. That is what is the most important for me. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the next video.